Hello there, and welcome to the teacher segment to this guide to GeoGebra. In this segment, we're going to go over creating a simple applet that students would find useful while learning about linear equations. The applet will allow students to manipulate a linear function by adjusting the values of the slope and y-intercept. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is select the slider tool, and then click anywhere on the graph. So we'll be prompted by this dialog box asking for a minimum and maximum value for a number. So this number will represent the slope of the function. So I want my minimum value to be -10 and my maximum value to be +10. I'll leave the increment as it is for now, since it's pretty wide. It's giving a pretty wide range of freedom for the slider. So now what I'll do is I'll right click on the slider and I'll select absolute position on screen. This will allow the slider to extend, thus allowing it to fit snugly in between whole number points. So now what I want to do is I'm going to right click on the edge of the slider, making sure not to touch the point. So I'll click on the segment portion of the slider, right click on it, and drag it down like so. Now I'll do the same for the next value, which will be the y-intercept. So I'll click again and enter the minimum value as -2, because as you can see in my graph, when you're publishing this this applet, it'll look exactly as it looks at the time of publishing it. So the maximum value will be +10, since it fits directly onto this very nicely. I'll leave the increment as it is and then click apply. So now I'll do the same as I did before. I'll right click on this, click absolute position on screen, and then drag it like that. Okay, so now what we want to do is enter the rule of the function into this input bar right here. So I'll type in y is equal to ax plus b. Now you could use mx plus b, however in this case whatever variables you associate in the function right here, it'll try and match up with the sliders. So for example, if you type in mx, it won't recognize the m variable since you did not specify it in the slider. So I'll leave it like that and then press enter, and then you can see my line is automatically generated. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make sure that sliders are working. So what I'll do is I'll click on them, left click on them, and then drag them around, and as you can see, they're working properly. And you can also see that the y-intercept slider is working properly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tidy this the setup right here up. So what I can do is I can change the color of this line and the thickness of it, and also I can add some text on the screen. So the first thing I'll do is I'll type in this command, and this command is going to change the color of the line. So just enter it exactly as I write on the screen. So set color. There is no space in between, just disregard that. Set color of this line, which is this name of this line is C. So you enter C. And then once you enter that, you're supposed to enter a comma after C, and then enter the name of the color that you want. So for example, if I want blue, I'll just type in blue. So I'll just write it down here. So blue. So this has to go there. So if you can see here, I'll type in the command, making sure to use the American spelling because it's very precise in the way it's programmed. So C blue, and that magically turns blue. Now to change the thickness of the line, you enter this command. So set line thickness. Okay. and then enter the name of the line, which is C, and then followed by the number of pixels that you want the thickness to be. So I want it to be 5 pixels, which is pretty good thickness for this. And always make sure to enclose them in square brackets. So again, set line thickness and C5. Okay, so you saw that it made it thicker. So I'll just clear the page. Okay. So now if you want to enter text on the screen, what you gotta do is you must click on this over here, right here, which is basically the pen tool. You'll see it as a text tool since I changed it. So click on the insert text tool, and then click on the page. So then type in exactly this. In this case, I want the rule to be, I want it to show exactly the value of A and B. So they're going to be dependent upon the variables that you set them as on the sliders. So before I do this, I want to get rid of this algebra view right here, which is this window pane. So click on View, and then click on Algebra. Now go back to the text tool and click on the graph, then type in this exactly. So y, make sure to put in quotation marks, y is equal to plus a plus x plus b. So enter it exactly like this, because these pluses just concatenate the variables with the strings. So it looks it's gonna look like this. And if you want to increase the font size, click on Options, then click on Font Size, and then click on any desired size. So I'll be using, let's say, 24. That's pretty good size. Okay, so now we have the applet as we want it to be. Now, if you want to publish this, there's a very unique, neat way you can do this. So go to File and then click on Share, and then you'll be directed to the GeoGebra Tube website. And then from here you can enter all the information you want for the students to see. So here I would type in, click on use the sliders, move the sliders to see how the effect of changing these variables change the position of the line. And then here I would write, I could type in some questions to ask my students. Basically, you can see that it'd be very easy to do this. So if you just go through this, you can publish it very easily. In conclusion, there is tremendous potential for using this software for creating applets of any topic you may wish to teach. So do some experimenting with the app, and you should be quite pleased with the results. So in conclusion, GeoGebra is a pretty simple tool to use, and it can save you loads of time when teaching new concepts to students. I hope you have enjoyed watching this guide and have learned something new, whether you're a student or a teacher.